Good morning. It's Amy. I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. I'm drinking coffee. I'm having my morning coffee so if I pause for a moment, I'm sipping. Like that. I haven't made a video in a few weeks because we just had a ridiculous turn of events here, and I won't go over all of it because it's sort of depressing when you add it all together. So I'll just say that the day after Labor Day, we lost our dog Ariel to cancer, and that just started a chain of events that were unrelated and yet just were difficult and busy for us to get through. So I thought I would just stop back in with something simple. I'm getting ready for a craft show. My daughters and I are signed up for a craft show in October. However, they just bought a house and are getting ready to move, and the other one's moving into her house with 4 children. So they have a lot of packing and things to do. So I thought I'd share with you, I got these little mini album kits at Michael's. They were on, well, they weren't on sale. I think they cost $2, and I had a coupon for so much off of my entire order. So I think I paid $1.80 or something like that for them. Anyway, I whipped these together. I thought they'd be an inexpensive price point to appeal to people. So I'll just show you those. I was making some gift tags. This is embossed, if you can see that. And this is that wonderful, oh, my cat is, my cat has all of a sudden gotten very limber. I can't apparently see. My cat will sit by the bed, stand by the bed every morning and meow at you if he cannot get up onto the bed, or if he wants on the chair beside my husband's computer. However, this morning he has jumped twice into that chair and climbed onto the desk and wants to drink my paint water. I put a dish of water on the floor for him, but apparently that's not as tasty as the paint water. But seeing as he hasn't been feeling well lately, we don't really want him drinking things with paint in them. So go drink your water, boo. You're not getting the paint water. Anyway, I was making gift tags, and I thought I would put one with each item that I sold at the craft show, or have a basket of them if there wasn't a way to attach them, and they could take one for whatever they bought, if they bought a teacher's gift or something like that. So I was embossing something, and actually I was stamping something. No, I was embossing. It's on one of these albums. It had a Christmas tree, and I was embossing it apparently with the wrong color because my husband said it needed to be green. Apparently did it before this one and decided to make this tree green. However, when you emboss a green tree on red paper, the cat is dragging the water dish around on the floor if you hear any background noise. He's just pawing at it and moving it. Apparently he doesn't like where it's at. It doesn't turn out green. It looks like a muddy brown, sometimes black, depending on the light. So anyway, these were just a couple dollars, and I thought I would put these together. Keep them simple and inexpensive. Did a little bit of embossing because I couldn't help myself. I have a lot of fun doing that. And this is a little glossy accent, which I don't know if you can see that or not on the video. So that's one of them. This one here, then I decided I had this drawer full of jingle bells that I picked up at our local Trader Horn, which is kind of, it has everything from SpaghettiOs to hardware to paint to sandboxes to whatever it is that you need when you live a half hour from the store and you don't want to drive there. So, I have a lot of jingle bells. This is another one. I picked these up. There was someone who was having a party where they had all of these dimensional yeah, whatever the word is. These for sale for like half off, and we stocked up last year. My cat has managed to get up on the chair again, and he's looking this way. You're not getting the paint water. Why would he want that? Okay. Anyways, this one's pretty simple too. Just has a little bit of some bling here. And he just fell off the front of the table. Well, sweetie, why'd you do that? You okay? You alright? He talks. But anyways, kept these simple. I kind of like this. I cut it out with my Big Shot and then embossed it with North Pole, and I think I'm going to put something like that on the back of each one. This one wasn't Christmas themed. I'd picked up a little 6-inch 6x6 pad of paper. I think it was at Hobby Lobby last year, and I don't have the name of it with me right now, but this was just cut out of the paper. I fussy cut that and then just put it on a rectangle of cardstock that had been dyed, and just kept it simple. Tried to use up some of this paper that I'm afraid to cut into because I can't find anything awesome to make it into, and so it just waits on the shelf. Put some little bows on there. And this one, again with the jingle bells. I really love Christmas, so just embossed that. Of course, I painted the chipboard before I put these together. This must have been one of my first ones because I was embossing everywhere I could. Just for you. This one was one of the ones I bought at Michael's, and it's a heavier grade of chipboard. Then I decided to, I had bought a big packet of chipboard, and so I decided to just cut it into pieces. They're about 5.5 inches square, and do it myself. And it's not as thick of a chipboard, and I don't really like this chipboard for larger mini albums because it's not as strong and sturdy. I like the basil, is that how you say it? Basil chipboard. It's nice and thick, but for some reason I can't find it online. There's one packet of it on Amazon, and it'll arrive in 2 to 3 weeks. Well, I'm not waiting 2 to 3 weeks for something, because by that time, I don't know, I'll forget that it's coming, and I won't even know to... This was the tree. I know, shifting gears. This is the tree my husband said needed to be red from that stamp. So, or green. I think I need more coffee. Needed to be green, and as you see, it turns out much nicer on blue and white paper than it does on red paper. But this was a cute paper line. It's bright and cheery. And then I did some more embossing with this embossing powder by Recollections, which I would tell you what color it is, but every time I look, it is, I don't know, it's vintage mint, and it's new at Michael's, and I love it. It has little tiny, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, it has little tiny round silver pieces in there, and I'm not sure what they'd stick to, but they haven't stuck to anything I stamped very well. There might be a couple here, but for the most part they just end up back in the container. Okay, so those are the books that I have that I'm taking to the craft show. Yesterday I had to stop at Michael's because it was the biggest sale of the season. So I told my husband I had to do some errands yesterday, and it took me a while. I said, well, I had to stop at Michael's. He said, was it calling your name? And I said, yeah, it was. He said, you didn't get pulled over, did you? Apparently there's an advertisement about someone getting pulled over by a police officer for speeding to Michael's, and he let her off. I find that hard to believe. I don't think police officers really value Michaels the way that they should, and I'd probably get a ticket. But anyway, I picked up a few things that were on sale, like a desk easel for doing some painting, and some of their storage boxes. But this was really cute because I'm making magnets, ceramic tile magnets for on the refrigerator for the craft show, the little craft show. And in between the pieces that I'm using were these little tiny 1-inch square pieces that I had no idea what I was going to do with. Well, in the dollar bin at Michael's, they have these in 2-packs, these little tiny 1-inch stamps. And so I tried some that right now they're in the oven because I cured them last night and I haven't taken them out yet. But there's Eat Cake, Keep on the Sunny Side, Life is Good, Keep Calm and Party On, Love You to the Moon and Back, Whatever, BFF, Hey Girl, You're the Cream in My Coffee. I really liked this one, but it didn't stamp very well on the tile. It was pretty smudgy. I couldn't read it. And Oh Snap. So I thought those were really cute. As you can tell, I bought a bunch of those. I have to do some more errands today. Our small group is finally getting back together after the summer, and boy, I miss my girlfriends. So I'm looking forward to that. And I got to finish up some shopping. Last time that I was at Sam's Club, I made quite an impression in the parking lot. We got the cat's moving the water dish around again. We got a AAA membership last year to see if it would save us money on traveling because we have family out of state, and it really did save us. The best rates we got on hotels were because of AAA. So that's been wonderful. We haven't used the emergency services other than one time I thought I locked my husband's keys in his truck because I'm not used to driving it, and called AAA, then found the keys in my purse. So I canceled AAA's service call. And the other time I should have used it, but I didn't have my AAA card with me, so I couldn't call them. I did lock my keys in my Jeep when I went into Sam's Club and came out. I had a little bit of the moonroof was open, just popped up a little bit, but none of my windows were open, and the keys were laying right between the front seats on the console under a piece of paper. So as I was walking around, this wonderful girl pulls in and assists me by providing bungee cords and holding the cart so that I could climb onto the roof of my Jeep to try to grab my keys with a chain of bungee cords. And we made a site, and she was really awesome. She was MacGyvering it. She was like, hook them together this way and take this out of there. I mean, she was great. If you're ever in an emergency, this girl is, I told her I wanted to add her to my emergency contacts because she was really willing to do everything that I needed to do to try to get the keys out. And I will say this, the 2005 Jeep Grand Cherokee, that baby has a solid roof. If I ever flip that thing over, I am good to go because I'm laying across the roof and there was no bouncing of the metal or rimpling, which I really expected because the last time I sat on a car I weighed less than I do now and it made noise. So that was kind of nice. And then this wonderful man came over with a Slim Jim and unlocked the car, so it really wasn't necessary for me to be sprawled across the top. But it's not every day that you go to Sam's Club and see a 50-year-old woman laying on top of her Jeep Grand Cherokee in the parking lot at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I feel that I offered some entertainment value to their shoppers. I wish that would make them stop asking me if I want to buy something different every time I go in there or upgrade my membership, but I think that's hopeless. Anyway, so that rounds up this video. thank you for watching. I hope that you will subscribe and come back, and my other videos will hopefully be a little bit more instructional, or maybe a process video. But thank you.